Hi, welcome to Open Door Yoga. My name is Michelle, and this class is part of a series that's focused on stability and mobility of the joints. Today's class is focused on the lower body, so the hips, the knees, and the ankles, even down into the feet. Now this class is going to be done on the mat. There's going to be another lower body one in the chair, and when that's filmed, I'm going to post the link below. But for today's class, you may want to have a comfort prop available to you. I have a folded blanket. You could grab any household blanket or towel. It could serve you as a little bit of a lift when we're seated, or even to cushion your knees if you're on a hard surface like I am, or if your knees are just feeling a little stiff or sore today. So take a minute, get set up, then let's get started. We're going to start today's practice in a comfortable, easy seat. And so if you have your comfort prop and would like a little bit of a lift, I invite you to bring it under your sitting bones. This may allow you to relax a little bit more through the linings of the legs, allowing your legs to hang heavy. Stack your shoulders over your hips, ears over your shoulders. Begin to find a little bit of engagement through your core. We're going to be using a bit of core strength today. And so welcome that engagement, that integrity. Take some stress out of your low back. Inhale, reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. And exhale, relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Shoulder blades sliding down your back body, down towards your hips. Full breath in. And exhale, hinge at your hips. You can keep your hands on your thighs. Bring your fingertips to the earth, or you can bring your hands forward, folding a little bit more deeply. Keep both sitting bones grounded down evenly into the earth. Keep your head as a natural extension of the spine, so release any tension in your neck. And then inhale, rise back up. Exhale, feel grounded, feel all the points of your body in contact with the earth. And then on your next inhale, plant your right fingertips by your side. Send your left fingertips up towards the sky. Reach up, lifting up off of your waist, and exhale, come up and over into the side body stretch. Inhale, breathing deep into your left rib cage. Exhale, stay grounded through both sitting bones. Left shoulder blades still flat on the back body. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, release. Take it to the other side. Inhale, send those right fingertips up and then reach them up to find this lifting sensation off of your waist. And exhale, hinge over. Feel that expansion through your entire right side body. Still a nice neutral neck. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. We're going to find a little bit of a flow here. So on your next breath in, rise on up through those left fingertips. And exhale, hinge to the right. Inhale, reach those left fingertips away from your body. And exhale, we're going to sweep that left arm forward, finding our way towards this opposite side. Inhale, reach through the left fingertips, or through the right fingertips rather. And exhale, sweep it across. Inhale into this opposite side. Exhale back, move at the pace of your breath. If it feels good, you can sink a little bit lower, maybe even bringing your forearm down to the ground. but just notice that we're still grounding down through both sitting bones. So there's going to be a little bit of engagement in that opposite thigh to pull that sitting bone down, keeping you grounded, keeping you rooted to the earth. Let's take one more cycle on each side. Keep moving with your breath. And on your last inhale, rise back up to your comfortable seat. We're going to make our way to hands and knees. So you can shift over to remove your lift if you've been using it. And then I invite you to make your lift a little bit wider to cover a little bit more space. We're going to come down onto our knees. So if you want to use it as a little bit of padding, you're more than welcome to. As you get situated, as you get set up, stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. From here, on your next inhale, tilt your tailbone up, and as your belly drops, pull your shoulders back, Malasana cow pose. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, pull your navel in towards your spine, round through your back body. Marjarasana cat pose. Flow with your breath. Inhale, sending you into cow. And exhale, sending you into cat. Toes can be tucked or untucked. In cow pose, feel the widening between your collarbones. And exhales, feel the stretch between your shoulder blades. That opening throughout your upper back body. We'll just take one more cycle through cow and through cat. And then come back to tabletop. Get situated, maybe spread those fingers just a little bit wider. Check and make sure that those knees are under your hip points. Then on your next breath in, begin to send that sole of your right foot up towards the sky. So your thigh is about parallel with the earth. Pause here, feeling your weight balanced. And then we're going to find some kind of fire hydrant cycles here. So begin to send your knee out to the right, and then drop your knee down, draw your foot back up. Move here at the pace of your breath. Move slowly and focus on the parts of your body that are finding stillness. And it should be everywhere other than that right hip, even down through your lower right leg, is staying locked, staying still. The only thing moving is that right hip. One more. And then we're going to switch directions. So draw your knee up and out to the side, and then send that foot up towards the sky, dropping your knee. Cycle here. We'll just be here for a few more rounds. Check in with your core. And keep breathing. One more cycle. You guys got this. Drop your knee down. Come back to stillness. From here, send the sole of your right foot back, like it's reaching towards the back wall. And then drop your toes to the back right corner of the mat. Inhale up and over, rainbowing our foot to the back left corner. And then move with our breath here through a few lower body rainbows. Again, movement is staying in that right hip. Feel your right glute, your right hamstring engaged and strong. Not a lot of shifting through the upper body. Core staying locked, engaged. One more rainbow over to the left and back to the right. Then release that knee back. Make your way to child's pose. Release your forehead down to the earth. Stretch long through your arms. You could even rise up to fingertips. And slowly make your way back to our tabletop spine. Find your shoulders stacked over wrists, knees under hip points. Tuck those toes. We're going to take it to the other side. So begin to press the sole of your left foot up towards the sky. Pause here, reaching the crown of your head forward, sliding those shoulder blades down your back body. Then as you're ready, let's find those circles. First, sending our knee out to the side, thighs still parallel with the earth, and then dropping that left knee down, rising back up to start the cycle again. Keep breathing deep. If you're finding that you're locking through those arms, maybe find a little gentle flexion in those elbows so you can more easily support your body, your shoulders, your torso, as your core works hard here for you. Notice that your hip is the only thing in motion as we switch directions here. And if you're noticing that other parts of your body are moving a little bit, no worries. Acknowledge that. And then make any adjustments that you can. Maybe that means the circles that you're making with this hip aren't quite as large. One more cycle. Press that sole of your foot up towards the sky. Release your knee. Let's make our way to those rainbows. Shift from side to side if it feels good. Take that weight out of your wrists for a moment. And then send the sole of your left foot back. Find opposition by pressing energy back through your foot, reaching the crown of your head forward, and then drop your left knee down to the back left corner of the mat. Inhale up and over. Find your rainbows and find your weight centered. Sometimes there's a tendency to shift as the foot shifts from side to side, but try to keep that upper body and core still. That does mean that there's going to be a little bit more engagement through the abdominal muscles, through the deeper core muscles. But it's also going to keep the sensation on the muscles that are building that strength and stability throughout our hip. One more rainbow over to the right, back to the left, and then make your way back to child's pose. Extend those arms long. Settle down into the mat. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Send your inhales down through both side bodies, all the way down into your low ribs. Then inhale, rise. Make your way back to tabletop. From your hands and knees posture, begin to scoop navel to spine just to create some space to step your right foot forward and through. Send those hips forward and down and rise with a tall spine. So we're not leaning forward today, Tall spine, keep the engagement throughout your core. And then inhale your left arm up and over as your right fingertips touch the earth. Make your way to the opposite side. So focusing on keeping your core relatively still, you're still lifting up and over that waist. But we're not taking any huge kind of flowy side to side movements here. Very isolated. Hugging those thighs towards each other. Reaching the tailbone towards the left or right heel. You may start to feel this in your side bodies and your torso. One more time on each side. And we're going to release our hands to the inside of our right foot and send that right foot out to the side. So sole of the foot's down on the earth, about in line with your left knee. From here, sink those hips down and back. And inhale, rise back up. Hips come over the left knee. Exhale down. Inhale, rise back up. You can keep your left toe tucked. If it feels better to keep it untucked, or if you're sinking down a bit lower, you can do that as well. Keep sliding here, forward and back through those hips. If it's available in your body, you can rock up onto your right heel and take a little bit more sensation into that hamstring. If that does not feel comfortable in your body, lower the sole of your foot back onto the earth. Just take one more here. Inhale, rise back up. Shift yourself back into your tabletop spine, shoulders over wrists, knees over hip points. Scoop navel to spine to step your left foot forward. Sink your hips down and forward, and then rise. So again, if you're finding this slight shift forward, stack those shoulders over your hips. You'll feel it a lot in your hip flexor, but you're also going to bring some integrity back into your core. Hug your thighs towards the midline, and then inhale, sweep that left arm up and over, right fingertips touch the ground. And at the pace of your breath, move from side to side. If you're noticing that you're starting to round into this upper body, pull that top shoulder blade back onto the back body. Tall spine. A lot of engagement in your core. A lot of engagement in your lower body to help you keep your balance. Let's take one more time on each side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, plant your hands on the inside of your left foot and slowly begin to, you can even toe heel that foot out to the side. Bring the sole of your foot, that arch, in line with your right foot, and then send your hips down and back. And inhale, rise. Check in if you want to untuck your toe or keep it tucked. Do whatever feels good in your body. Turn to your breath. If you'd like to send this more into the hamstrings, rock onto that left heel. Just take one more cycle down and back up. And make your way back to your tabletop spine. Before we move on, I invite you to shift your comfort prop off to the side. We're going to be coming in through a few standing transitions, and so I don't want your comfort prop to get in your way. If it really is uncomfortable on your knees, you can keep it on the mat. That's no problem. But just for safety, if it's available to you, maybe scoot it off to the side. As you get resituated, scoop navel to spine, create some space to step your right foot forward. From here, hug your thighs towards each other and rise into a lunge. So left knees drop down towards the earth, right knees stacked over the right ankle. Inhale, rise, straightening through both legs, still lifted on that back toe. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower, pause here. Inhale, reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. Arms come up overhead. And exhale, hinge to the left or to the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Inhale, rise. Step the left foot all the way up, drawing your knee up towards your chest. Pausing for a little bit of balance. Full inhale. Exhale, slowly step that left foot back, slight bend in that right knee. Lower to your lunge. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, find that hinge to the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, find that hinge to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, shift that weight forward. Inhale, step on up. Keep your balance as you bring that left knee up. Exhale, feel grounded. Feel your weight balanced. Inhale, nice tall spine. Exhale, slowly, safely step it back and lower into your lunge. Last time through here, arms come up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hinge to the right. Inhale, rise. Keep breathing deep. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Inhale, rise. Step it on up. Last time, guys. Keep breathing. Inhale, tall spine. Breathe all the way down into your low ribs. Exhale, bend into that right knee. Step it back. Drop to your lunge. And then plant your hands. Drop your back knee. Step your right knee back. Make your way to child's pose. Release your forehead onto the earth. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath. We're going to use our breath to help support us as we take that flow to the other side. Inhale, make your way back to hands and knees. Only going to be here for a moment. Tuck your back toes, scoop navel to spine, step your left foot forward into this low lunge position. Inhale, press into your feet, make your way to a lunge. Left knee stacked over left hip, our right knee's bent. Inhale, straighten through both legs. Exhale, bend into your left knee, draw your right knee down to the earth. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Keep hugging your thighs together. Exhale, lower. Stay here. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge to the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Inhale, press into that left foot. Send your right knee up towards the sky. Pause here in a nice balance. Inhale, crown of your head reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, soften into your left knee. Step it on back. Lower into your lunge. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hinge to the left. Keep hugging your thighs towards each other. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge to the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Inhale, rise on up with nice balance to our standing staff posture. Inhale, down to your low ribs. Exhale, soften through that left knee. Step it on back. Make your way to your lunge. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hinge to the left. Right shoulder blade flat on the back body. Inhale, rise. Exhale to the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, shift that weight forward. Inhale, press and rise. Last time into this nice, strong balancing posture. Full breath in. Exhale, soften into that left knee. Release that right foot back. Drop it into your lunge. Then release your hands, release that knee. Step it back. Last time here, child's pose. We will take several breaths here, allowing your hips to sink down and back, reconnecting with the breath. Maybe pressing gently into your palms or fingertips to keep sending those hips down and back towards your heels. You can shuffle from side to side. Take any movement that feels good. Take 3 more breath exchanges. And then inhale, rise back up. And we're going to make our way to standing. So press into the soles of your feet. Turn to face the long edge of your mat and bring your feet into a slightly wider stance. So it doesn't have to come out super far, just far enough where you can still feel grounded through the pinky edges of your feet. And then turn your heels in, toes out about 45 degrees. Roll your hips under. So instead of pressing your knees out, we don't want to put any torque on our knees. Let that rotation come from the hips. And then from here, sink your tailbone down into goddess squat. Arms can come out to cactus. Full breath in, full breath out. Just going to take 1 full breath exchange here, feeling the posture get settled into our body. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower, knees tracking in line with the big toe. Keep reaching the outer thighs back towards that back wall. On your next inhale, rise. Release your arms down to your side for just a moment. You can roll those shoulders back if it feels good. Come back to your breath. And then exhale, make your way back into Goddess Squat. We're gonna pause here for a moment, bring our fingertips behind our head, and on your exhales, guide your elbow towards the same knee. So you don't have to come down far here. Just keep breathing. Keep those knees in line with the big toe. Let's take one more on each side. Inhales to rise, exhales to lower. Inhale, rise. Pause in your Goddess Squat. Then inhale, come out of it. Point those toes forward. Exhale, hinge at the hips into a wide-legged forward fold. Weights balanced between the arches. We're not shifting forward or backward. And then send your hands in the direction of your right toe. So bringing the sensation a little bit more intensely into that right leg. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. Inhale, take it to the other side. Release any tension in your neck. Make your way back to center. One last time, really hinge at those hips. Stretch into those hamstrings. Then inhale, rise to a flat back, maybe to fingertips. Toe heel your feet to about outer hip distance. Point those toes out to the side again. And we're going to make our way into Malasana. Let that tailbone sink down towards the earth. You can bring your elbows to the inner linings of your thighs. Maybe press outward, feeling a little sensation in your hips. And if you're not able to sink down quite this low, no worries. You can be lifted a little bit here. And if this is too much sensation in your quads, just a little bit too much effort after all the effort we've put in, bring some blocks, some books, even a low support surface, something to sit on. One more breath in. Exhale, release your fingertips behind you, slowly lower to the earth. Come back to your comfortable seat, crossing the opposite leg in front. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge forward. So again, you can hinge slightly, keeping your palms on your thighs, press into your fingertips, or come all the way forward. Release through your low back, outer hips. Inhale, rise back up. We're just going to take a seated twist to each side to close out this practice. So inhale, left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, twist with your core. And pause in this twist. Inhale, press into your knee slightly, maybe up into your thigh, into the ground to find a lift through your spine. Exhale, keep releasing those shoulders down. Release any tension, your upper shoulders, upper back body. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, feel grounded, feel stable. Inhale, right fingertips up towards the sky. And exhale, gently twist from the core to the left, stopping when your core stops you. And then release those hands down. Shoulders still stacked over the hips. Gaze is naturally going to follow the breastbone or the sternum. Inhale, unwind. Good work. I invite you to take any last minute postures before you make your way to the Savasana of your choice. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Namaste.